Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about CMAT, one of the last exams of the MBA prep cycle, and I'll cover the eligibility criteria, the exam pattern, syllabus, number of questions asked, the top colleges, the score versus percentile comparison. So all that I'll cover in this. And in case you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. So when it comes to CMAT, you need to understand that it is one of the last exams which happen in the cycle, and it is one of the easy exams when you compare it with CAT, ZAT, IFT. It is conducted by National Testing Agency. The name is Common Management Admission Test. It is a national level exam, so you can give it from any city, any state in India. It happens once a year. It is online but computer based, so you need to go to the center, and just like CAT, you can appear in this exam. The duration is 3 hours. The topics or the syllabus or the sections are 5: QADI in one section, logical reasoning, language comprehension and verbal ability, third section, general awareness, and one section was added last year, which is innovation and entrepreneurship, the fifth section. There are 100 questions in MCQ format, so 20 questions each section. Language is English. The exam fees is 2,000 rupees for general candidates, male. For female and reserved category students, the fees is 1,000 rupees. This was last year's data. More than 1,300 MBA colleges accept CMAT score. So if you want to do MBA this year, you should definitely give this exam. The courses offered are MBA PGDM. More than 150 cities you can choose from to give the test. Number of applicants were 70,000 last year. The help desk number and the address I have mentioned, and the official website also you can note it down. In case you want to know more about it, you can visit the website. Coming to the eligibility criteria, you need to know one important aspect, that there is no minimum score percentage criteria in graduation for the CMAT exam. Unlike CAT, IFT, SNAP and MAT and other exams, this is common with ZAT. ZAT also does not has a mandatory 50% requirement in your graduation, but CAT, as you know, needs 50% in your graduation. So CMAT and ZAT are two exams which you can consider in case you have low score in your graduation. The pattern, as I have told you, 20 questions each plus 4 and -1 negative marking. There's no sectional time limit, so you can move across sections, and you can basically, the difficulty level is moderate, 3 hours paper. You can choose the sections. Coming to the syllabus, whatever you have prepared in CAT, almost same syllabus is here, except for GK, which is added. So important personalities, current affairs, Constitution of India, literature, history, sports news, politics, geography. So whenever you prepare for any exam, there are a couple of things which you should keep in mind: the syllabus and the past year question papers. At least one paper you should see, so that you know which all kind of questions are coming, and then solve these last 5 years or 10 years papers before the exam, so that you are well versed with the type of questions which are coming there. Syllabus you should have handy, because you should know whether it is relevant for that exam or not. In logical reasoning and logic test, number series, these two areas have most of the questions, followed by arrangements, Venn diagram. In quants, arithmetic, algebra, and numbers are three areas which have the maximum question. Unlike CAT, the GMAT is not an important segment here. In CAT, as you know, most of the questions come from geometry, but here you will not find too many questions from geometry. But arithmetic, algebra, and numbers are three important areas from which you should expect more questions. I'll give you a breakup of number of the questions from each segment. Verbal is similar to CAT, para completion, sentence correction, RC, synonym antonyms. Though it is mentioned in the syllabus, the questions are not that much, maybe one or two questions in a paper. Phrases, idioms, critical reasoning, cause and effect, analytical reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, linear arrangements, NDI, pie chart, bar, line graph, geometry. So these questions are the part of DI. If we analyze last 5 years data, we'll see that in logical reasoning, most of the questions come from coding decoding, blood relations, series completion, and verbal reasoning. Otherwise, all other areas have hardly one question only. So prepare these segments considering last year's trend and considering the overall trend. You can get it from here. So coding decoding, series completion, verbal reasoning are the three most important areas from which you should prepare. Coming to QA and DI, as I have mentioned, algebra and arithmetic have the maximum questions which come in this exam, followed by number system. Modern math is a part of algebra only, so you can consider that. Geometry, not that much questions. Verbal, again RC, rules the roost. Maximum question comes from RC. Grammar and idioms and phrases. These three areas you should focus. FIB, fill in the blanks, was prominent till last year. Even last year in this first slot, it had questions, so you should prepare this as well. FIB is similar to vocab. GK, as I have mentioned, you need to, if you cover these 10 areas, currency, sports, personality, schemes, appointments of CEOs and all, business, news, mergers and acquisition, capital cities of various country, dances, and mostly Indian perspective. If you focus on the Indian perspective of the current affairs and static GK, you can cover. You will have a good chance in scoring well in GK. You just need 10 questions to be correct to get a 99 percentile in GK. Innovation and entrepreneurship. This was a new segment added. So this is basically relevant for colleges which have entrepreneurship courses, and some colleges do consider this score as well. So government schemes for startup, VC and PE, venture capital. You should know what all these terms are. Business versus entrepreneurship, what is the main difference? Innovation cycle, what are the innovation cycles? What is the product life cycle? Porter's five forces. So these 5-6 areas you should definitely cover to get a good score. Coming to the CMAT score versus percentile, so it fluctuates, but by and large, we can predict a range. If you score around 340, 350, you can get a 99.99 percentile, which will fetch you top colleges like JBIMS, General Bajaj, which is the CEO factory, a very good college, one of the best colleges for finance in India, at par with IIM Kolkata. And then you have Sydenham, Simsri, KJ Somaiya, all these colleges. If you score above 325 or even 315, you get a 99 percentile. I'll show that chart as well, wherein you can compare what all percentiles are required for a particular college. Around 260, you get a 95 percentile, 250, 90 percentile, 240, 85 percentile, and 210, you get 80 percentile. Anything below 80 will not be, you will not get a good college below 80 percentile. So you should aim at least 210, of a safe side 250 in 400, and which is achievable. In 3 months' time, if you prepare well, if you solve last 10 year papers, you should be able to get that. CMAT top colleges, if you look at JBIMS, you need 99.9 plus. The highest package is 42 lakh, and the average CTC is 27.63. SIMSRI 99 plus, average CTC 12, highest was 25. JIM, KJ Sumaya, Great Lakes, BIMTech, IFMR, IMT Nagpur. These are some of the top colleges. IMT Nagpur was good a couple of years back, but last few years the placement scenario is a little unpredictable. It's not that great. So, but the remaining colleges you can definitely consider. You can see the packages, average package and highest package, and the percentile required for these colleges I have mentioned. There are some more colleges: Great Lakes, Valinkar, IFIM, IFMR, a very good college for finance, and IBM Pune, very good college, and El Dalmia. So these three colleges are very good college for finance, IFMR and IBM Pune and El Dalmia. In case you want to build your career in finance, you can opt for these colleges. Good placements for finance students are there. Valinkar, IMT Hyderabad, IMT Nagpur, IISS Ranchi. So the percentile required for all these colleges, BIMTech, I have mentioned here. You can have a look. So this was regarding CMAT. Any queries you have, please feel free to answer. One thing which I would like to add is, even if your other exams like CAT, ZAT don't go well, don't lose heart. Prepare well for CMAT. CMAT is one exam wherein if you crack that a good percentile, you can get into some of the top colleges. So do well, and all the best. Any queries, please feel free to answer. Please feel free to ask. Thank you. Have a good day.